Kia ora team. So today the news broke with an article titled Dillian Whyte passes all Vada tests. So I'll leave the article in the description, you read it, come to your own conclusions as usual. But my interpretation of this article is it's telling us a whole lot of stuff that we already knew. The only piece of news in it is Dillian Whyte passed his post-fight Vada test. The article goes on to talk about Vada had done their testing prior to the fight against Oscar Rivas, and nothing came up in those, and also nothing came up in the post-fight test. Now apparently the UCAD test that came up with the two metabolites from one anabolic steroid, that test was taken on the 17th of June, and the results were released to Whyte and his team on the 17th of July. Now don't get it mixed up, Vada and UCAD are two different testing agencies. And also, if Vada had contracted UCAD to do their tests, then the UCAD test that came up dirty, Vada would have known about and had the details, but they do not. So that tells me Vada did not contract UCAD to do their testing for this fight. So anybody who's going to come with that shit are kidding themselves. It didn't happen. Now, this is some kind of good news for Dillian Whyte, and from what I can tell, this is Matchroom pushing every little possible piece of news to the public that makes Dillian Whyte look innocent, right? So, there's still the issue of the UCAD dirty test. We haven't had a B sample tested yet, or we haven't got the results for that yet. And at this stage, the WBC are still provisionally suspending Dillian Whyte, pending their investigation. So basically the WBC are asking for all the information that Whyte's team have, including the information from UCAD. Now the question begs still, and Eddie Hearn said it in many interviews, after the hearing that Dillian Whyte had with UCAD and the, what's it called, NADP, which is the body who hand down any kinds of suspensions in the UK, being the National Anti-Doping Panel. Why was Dillian Whyte cleared to fight? That is the question. I'm guessing some kind of supplement that Dillian Whyte was using had this anabolic steroid in it, but it was not on the label. This is the only way I can see that Dillian Whyte would have been cleared to fight. He took a supplement that had no banned substances listed on the label, but it did have something in it. Anything else don't fly. But still, for me, even if Dillian Whyte didn't intentionally take something like a supplement that didn't have the steroid on the label, he still had it in his system, and he still gained advantages through training. He still was in possibly better shape and better condition than he would have been without the supplement, the tainted supplement with the steroid in it. Therefore, he should not have been able to fight Oscar Rivas because he had an unfair advantage. This is still dodgy shit to me. Dodgy as. Now, I'm not saying it's Dillian Whyte's fault if this is the case. I'm saying the British Board of Boxing Control should not have let the fight take place. But this is all my interpretation, right? So more details will come out through the WBC investigation. If Dillian Whyte wants to get his interim title and his mandatory position back, he's going to have to give up this personal information that's being guarded so diligently by UKAD and the British Board of Boxing Control. I have no doubt that when everything comes out, the WBC and Dillian Whyte will have to publicise what the dilly-yo is with this situation. It's going to be very interesting to see what the excuse is. It could be valid, it might not be. But once again, I still don't think that fight should have taken place. I think it should have been postponed, or Dillian Whyte shouldn't have been able to fight for 3 months until all the effects of training while on an anabolic steroid were gone. All the advantages were gone. It's very unfortunate if Dillian Whyte had taken a supplement that was tainted and didn't have it on the label, but that doesn't give him the right to have an unfair advantage in a fight. So those are my thoughts. Let us know what you think about the situation and what you think possibly could have gone down, and we can talk about it. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up if you have, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Big Boys Boxing, we out. 2